Okay, turn the camera on. I'm turning the camera on. Good morning, everybody. It's Tomfoolery Thursday today at my sewing room. Thanks for joining us on Facebook and YouTube. My better half has just gone off to grab something that we forgot that we needed this morning for our show. But while she's gone, let me do a little shout out to all you people who have been giving us all your love and your likes and sharing your comments and visiting us at the store and everything. So big shout out to Ruth C, Glenda I, Helen O, Tina B, Ann L, Chris L, Pat M, Joan H, Nancy B, Sandy A, did I miss my Ruth? No, there's the Ruth, and Nancy C, and Tina B. I did Tina B, okay, and Ann, okay. I think that's us, Lana T. All right, everybody, good morning. Oh, there's our wonderful Ruth and our wonderful Glenda. Thank you for joining us. So, yeah, it is quite the snowy day out there, but we're doing well. We all kind of crawled our way to work today, so here we are doing our things. Hi, Chelsea. I told you my better half was coming. Here she is.
Good morning, everyone.
All right, good morning, Chelsea. How you doing?
I'm good, thanks.
Good. I think we should start the day with a joke.
I think so too. And also, by the way, you say I'm your better half, but you're my better half.
Oh, isn't you wonderful?
We make a whole.
We make a whole. That's right. Yeah, we are. Okay. All right. So let's just talk about that snow out there and everybody driving carefully and looking out and making sure everything's okay. But who protects snowmen?
Snow angels.
Yes. And I'm hoping that everyone considers to be a snow angel and help people out as they get stuck or they need some help with the shoveling or whatever. Let's hope that there are some really wonderful snow angels out there. All right.
That would be.
All right. Let's get busy, Chels.
Let's get busy.
Okay. So yesterday on part, what was it? 2 yesterday, we were working on our Snowbelle wall hanging quilt kit.
We sure were.
And it turned out so cute. I was so impressed. Look at that. Isn't that adorable? And this is a kit called Snowbelle Wall Hanging Kit that our wonderful Dawn has put together for us. And gladly, she has also marked what fabric goes for what fabric. So when you're doing your applique, you know what pieces to adhere with your fusible to what fabric. Anyways, it's beautiful and it is just a darling thing. Not only can you hang it up for Christmas, but it could stay up for all of winter now that winter has arrived.
It sure could.
All right, so now today we have to talk about how you finish our project.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's a really exciting topic.
I think it's great.
It means we're on the home run, Sandy.
That's right. We're on the home stretch. All right, so here's we've cut ourselves a backing. And we went, since it's a wall hanging, you don't really have to worry too much what your backing is like as long as it's bigger.
Bigger than your project.
Yeah.
So for size reference, here's my project.
Yeah.
And that is how much bigger my backing is.
Yes, and we're going to put batting in, so our batting has to be bigger than our project as well. But you don't have to have it as big as the backing as long as we've got our space to get all of our stitching done around it. All right, and we got some 505 spray. Oh, I hear it. I'm shaking it up. It's a happening. Ooh, ooh,
all right.
Ooh, ooh. Okay.
Perfect. Shake, Sandy.
All right, shaking it up.
I'm going to try and get this a little bit straighter because I have some stripes on my backing.
Okay, yes, we did go with a directional print.
We sure did.
So we just have to make sure that things kind of are even. So when you look at it, you don't have to turn your head to get it to be straight.
So when I do like wall hangings and backings and stuff, I like doing half at a time.
Okay.
So I just pull back my batting halfway.
Okay. All right.
And then, oh, you might want to move that.
Okay, move it just a tad bit. Okay, okay.
And then I just spray my backing.
Okay. I was going to grab that thread out of there. There's that one little thread on there. It's
wanna grab the
there.
thread?
It was just darker than the thing, so it might show through.
And
Sometimes
then I
that
just,
happens.
I gently smooth.
Nice. Nice. Okay, so that's got our
Nice and
first
stuck.
piece.
Okay,
Good.
and then I do the other half.
All right. All right, looking good.
Sandy's cleaning up all my threads.
Well, well, if it's anything like what I do in my own quilting space, I have thread everywhere.
It's true.
Seems to collect.
It happens fast.
It does. And of course, when we're here, we go home all thready, we call it, at the end of the day after cutting fabrics and whatnot.
All right.
All right.
That is my backing.
Okay.
It's hard to see because it's white on white.
Yep, but that's our backing. So now, Miss Ann said she would like to have some tearaway on the back of her item, her applique, right?
Yes.
When do we put that on?
I'm wondering if Anne was going to stitch it without the
Well,
backing
that's what
on.
I was thinking.
That's probably it.
Yeah,
Right,
so
perfect.
anyways, that was...
So if this was stitched, this is where we'd be.
Yay! And then you just have to do your binding, which is included in your quilt kit. The only thing you would need to supply is the batting and the backing. Perfect.
Yes.
All right, and this is our...
So because Anne's going to stitch this for us.
Yeah, she is the queen.
She's so lovely.
Of satin stitch. And I do believe she has a satin stitch class coming up in December.
Yeah, she does December 11th.
If anybody wants to learn how to do it the proper way with our queen, and that is on December 11th. And I wrote it down. Don't worry. Everybody just hang tight till I turn the right sheet.
10:30 to 4:30.
10:30 to 4:30, satin stitch with Anne. It's $75 plus tax. So that's on
Perfect.
Wednesday, December 11th. And so she's going to show you how you would finish this.
Yes, she's going to do a lovely video for us.
Yep.
But what she suggested is a piece of ultra clean and tear. And you just need it bigger than where you're going to be stitching. So in this case, she suggested a 10 by 10 piece. It'll come right off a 10 by 10 roll. So what you would do is you'll just go to your back of your project and stick it on. If you wanted to throw some 505 in there, you totally could. And then you're going to be stitching through this like that.
All right. So what we did, though, because we're not going to be stitching it in front of you, is we're going to talk about some of the thread choices.
Yes.
Okay.
So we did some thread choices, and of course we're going to need some more markings on here. 'Cause
Yes.
otherwise we're guessing. So let's talk about thread choices.
Okay.
So we went with all isocord colors, and there is a few things we need to stitch on here. So we of course have this beautiful little holly piece. Is that holly?
I think
Sticks.
it kind of looks like holly
Branches.
sticks, branches with little berries.
With little berries.
Yeah.
So for the berries, we thought the isocord color 2123 would be beautiful. So we picked that color for the berries. And then, Sandy, were we going to do the stems in this color?
Yes, I thought so that they would stand out against her dress, because she's actually holding them in her hand. So we were going to do just the brown, because we think branches would probably be brown at this time of the year.
So that's number 0862.
Perfect.
And we also thought this would be a great color for outlining and defining her entire dress.
Yes, and make sure that her dress shows up against the back, and her arms too, because if not, you won't be able to see her little arms holding her branches, and you're going to wonder, what? Okay.
So this color is going to be for outlining the scarf pieces and her mittens.
And her mittens.
And
Beautiful.
that is number 145. And then we have this beautiful color, and it'll be for the hat. So
Yes.
it defines this line right here and defines the hat from the background.
Okay.
And that's number 4074.
Yep.
And then we have one last color, and that's 0781. And that's going to be for outlining our face.
Okay, so those are our thread choices, and we're going to give those to Anne, and she's going to use those as her thread colors for her satin stitch. And we are going to show you some other things, because in this, the little snowman has a face, And he has buttons.
She sure does.
Yes,
So,
Olga.
yeah, face, you have your 2 eyes and your nose at a kohl, and then you have some buttons down the dress. And so we have a few options. We have the micro mini round black buttons. They're super itty bitty. We also have these really cute black buttons. I poured out so many of them.
They make nice little dress buttons and stuff, right?
Yeah, they make nice little dress buttons, little eyes. So that's kind of your size there.
So,
And then we found a
but you
third
found
option.
something else, didn't you, that
I
we
did.
thought might go better with the color of our project?
So these ones are navy.
Yes. And they will look dark, almost black, but they are navy to match with all our lovely colors that we have on our Snowbelle wall hanging.
So now here's the real question. How do I get the right placement?
Chelsea, did you come up with a trick for us?
I saw something really cool. So there's been this product that I've been watching trending on Instagram. And I have been waiting and waiting and waiting to try it. And our friends from Wonderfill makes it.
Make it. Yeah, is this ever a cool
So
product?
This is pretty neat. It's a rinse away self-adhesive design sheet. And of course, we have these in stock, which is great. The interesting thing is you can print on them with your, oops, they can't really see that. You can print on them with your printer. You can draw on them. And I've tested a pencil. It works great. You can stitch through them with your machine or by hand. It's pretty easy. And then when you're done, you rinse under room temperature water to dissolve the design sheet away.
It kind of reminds me of an older product called Sulky.
I
Same
think
type
so, yeah.
of thing, right? Where you can draw on it, put it on, and then rinse it away.
Yeah, so I already pulled out a sheet and tried it because I was curious. So you can kind of see through it. You can see my hand there. It's a little harder on the light, but on the back, there's also these grid lines. So if you're drawing something by yourself, it does help you there. And you can use a light box to trace. What I found has been working for me, just make some room here, is I make the table white first.
Okay.
So make the table white, put whatever you're going to draw on the white thing.
Oh,
And then we're gonna
it
put this
really
on.
shows through.
And so if you don't have a light box, it's a really good way, or you could use a window, or another option is a clear plastic container with your cell phone under it with the light turned on.
We tried that yesterday, and
It worked
seems to
pretty
work
well.
all right. This is what we made yesterday using that, so I think it worked as well. So there's some options for you, but this is really cool rinse away product from Wonderfill, and you just do a little basic sketch onto your the product.
Yep, so
And-
I'm just drawing my outline so I can get my face centered. And then I'm going to draw my mouth. And then I'm going to draw a dot for my nose and a dot for both eyes.
So that tells us where we want to kind of center things. Oh,
And then I'm going to figure out where I put the scissors.
Okay, we did cut this morning. What did we do?
I think I took them for an adventure.
Here. I'm
You
sorry.
put scissors
I
in your
have some
trinket
sta-
box?
Oh, yes, because it says on my thing, it says, give a quilter an inch, and she thinks she's a ruler.
Perfect.
There they are.
Ah, good
There you
job,
go.
Sandy.
All right.
All right. So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this out. And I'm just kind of
Winging
roughly
it, yeah.
cutting it. My very good left-handed cutting skills.
Sorry, yeah, those scissors probably aren't left-handed.
They're ambidextrous scissors.
Okay, good.
I'm just not cutting very well today.
She's doing fabulous, isn't she, folks? I think
All
she's
right.
doing awesome.
So what you do here now that you have this cut out is this piece peels up.
All right, so now we got a sticky part.
So this is the part you want to keep. The part that you drew on, the part you can kind of see through. And all I'm going to do is stick
Just
it
make
down.
it. Ah, perfect.
So now
it's
I
easy.
know where I'm going to put my little eyeballs.
Yeah. And you can do eyeballs, like with little
You could do French
buttons.
knots.
You could do French knots. You could do whatever you like to put on as eyeballs. Maybe you want to stitch them, I don't know, on your machine.
I think Anne's going to give us button eyeballs.
Yes, I think so.
So now all she has to do is stitch a mouth, and
Yep.
it's already lined out for her.
And
So
so she's ready to go for that part.
let's draw out our holly berries and the rest of our buttons, and we can put them down.
Yep, and then you can
So
see.
we'll put this over.
Okay, and you need your white background. You need our holly berry bushes. And we're just going to trace those. Perfect. That sounds good. While she's tracing, because you guys know she does a really good job, I think you should hear a joke.
I love jokes.
Okay. It says, what good gift, it's Christmas time and everything, but what gift should you never give a snowman?
A hairdryer.
A hairdryer is a really good answer. And what else you don't want to give them? An electric blanket.
Oh, no.
Oh, I see Nancy's come on. I see Helen's come on. So we have 4 this morning already. Thanks, Ruth, Glenda, Helen, and Nancy. Oh, they're finally getting snow. See, Saskatchewan hadn't got any snow. Sorry, Nancy, we're kind of pushing it your way now.
Yeah, you can have the snow, Nancy.
You can have all the snow.
all the snow you want.
Yep.
We won't even charge you.
Yeah, that's right.
So for these little buttons on the dress, all I'm going to do is a dot and maybe outline this little...
Just the top part where they might want to fit it on between the arms.
kind of like a distance gauge there.
I like it. All right, so this is a really cool product, and I think it was definitely worth investigating.
Well, you got to do some sample stitching on it,
Yeah,
Sandy.
I'm going to give it a try.
I'm excited.
Well, I'm hoping that I can do it justice, that's for sure.
All right. Just clean up a little bit of our
Scissors for a
goodies.
second. Thank you.
Push that over there. And we'll bring our lady over. We'll bring Olga into the picture.
Mhm.
All right,
A
so
little
now I have my 2 little images. And I'm first going to place down our little dress button. So it looks like they're going to kind of sit right there.
That looks really cool.
And I might just shorten this extra little bit here.
Yeah, so it's not stuck onto the middies. Perfect.
All right, so we have
Good.
some buttons.
We have a face, we've got some buttons.
And now we just have to figure out where we want this.
Okay, are we going to put it on before she does the buttons, or is she going to do the buttons and then put it on?
I think we're going to put them all
All on.
for her.
Oh, okay, we're putting it all on for her.
So
Hopefully she'll know what we're trying to attempt to do.
maybe that'll be how it goes.
Yeah,
And then her
okay.
buttons will just slide right in there.
All right, sounds
I
marvelous.
Think. Oh, look at that. You can reposition.
Oh, fabulous.
So I just stuck it
there.
down
Okay.
and then pulled it up.
So she can, if she wanted, she could actually put the buttons on and then put the branch
She totally
on.
could.
All right, perfect.
But that's going to be our little Olga. She's so
Isn't she
cute.
cute? And we got to say thank you to Anne for taking on this project and giving us some satin stitch stuff. I think that's really
Yes.
cool.
I am very excited.
All right.
And now Sandy's going to show us a little bit of
our thing here.
sample stitching. So we made an extra little. Oh, you got to put it over
Oh,
there,
I'm over
Sandy.
here. Okay.
We made an extra little sample here so we can show you some stitching.
Mm-hmm.
Sandy's going to do some French knots by hand.
Yep.
And I think you're doing a triple stitch.
I'm doing a triple stitch for the branch part.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Alrighty.
All right, so I'm going to give it a try. Am I in the
Oh,
right
you just have white
space?
thread there, Sandy.
Yeah,
Do you
I
want
think
some?
we might have to try
some of this?
something different with thread. And this
I have your scissors.
Oh, do you? Okay, thanks, hon. I just want to cut that thread off and move into a different spool of thread.
And so we're actually just using scraps from the kit that we had extra, of course. So if you are wondering how your thread is going to show up on your little Olga before you stitch on her, there's lots of scraps left over.
There are.
So you could do
yeah.
sample stitching and kind of what we're doing. So Sandy's going to do that, and then she's going to do a technique on a circle
Yeah.
to see how it goes.
And I got to tell you, I'm no Anne.
Neither am I.
Okay. I even have trouble threading the sewing machine, right?
You're
All
doing
right,
great.
there we go. We're on to that. Okay, we are using today the Brother NQ 1300, and I'm just going to thread my needle. There we are. We're threaded and ready to go. Let's make sure that's, yeah, it's in the thing. All right, and I'm going to try a triple stitch. I'm just actually going to just do a little test and make sure that triple stitch is doing what I want it to do. Oh yeah, we're doing it. We're doing it. Okay, that's looking good. I think we've got the right stitch. Okay, should we give it a try?
Yes, I think so. I'm going to slide closer because I'm really curious.
All right, this is, and it did turn out, look at the little triple stitch. So I think that might be wide enough to make the branches. So I'm thinking, how do I want to do it? I'm going to start at the bottom.
Start at the bottom and work up.
I think so.
And now, of course, this product that we put on there, it's going to wash away. So,
yeah.
You know, don't worry if you don't hit the lines.
Yep. You're just going to do a little stitchy, and I'm just following the line.
And Sandy's using the J foot that comes with this machine. You could also use an open toe foot if you find that easier to work with.
If you want to, yes. I just have to move my needle slightly because there's a little curve, and I want to make sure that I'm curving with the branch. Now, this is where I had fun last time, is you have to pick it up and rotate it to catch those little bitties. Oh, I think I need one more stitch before I can do that. This triple stitch is one of my faves. All right.
I just put them in randomly, so if you don't hit them, that's okay.
That's okay. So I'm just going to do a little triple stitch, and then I'm going to go the other way. Okay, and then I'm going to put another little branch out here. Okay, I'm not the best. I'm sorry, not the best.
You're doing great.
Okay, and we just
branches are very
they're very tricky.
They're very tricky, and the best thing is the more sticks that are randomly on there, the more organic they look.
Yes, they're not so structured, right?
Yeah, I've never seen a perfectly equal branch in Fish Creek Park.
Me neither. Okay. And you know what? I think I've gone too far on that little branchy guy. I got to bring him back one, okay? There, back onto my branch. So it might be a little fiddly, but I think that we can do it. Ooh, I got a little excited, and then you hit that thing, go a little fast.
I slowed you down, bud.
Oh, good. That's a good idea.
So when you're doing things like applique, it is good to put your speed controller down low. Because then you don't accidentally hit the gas pedal like your regular sewing and then drive everywhere.
That's right.
So you don't want to drive.
Driving everywhere. Okay, that might be a very thick branch on that side.
That's perfect.
That's okay.
Branches are also not equal in size in the nature.
Okay. Just turn that and go back again. It's kind of fiddly.
You're doing a great job.
I don't know about that, but our branch could be a little crookedy, but that's
I like that.
All right, now we're going to go back up and finish off the branch this way a little bit. And I'll put one more little stick going off to the side right about there. Okay, this will be the top of our branch. Okay, and then we're going to go this way. Right, and now I'm going to go back this way.
I like your pivots.
Am I pivoting good?
Yep.
Okay, well.
They're great pivots.
Okay. There we go. Back onto the branch. I'm just going to finish it off a little bit. Up a little higher. Okay, and then I wonder if it does the same stitch in reverse. Maybe not. Okay, all right. And then let's cut that. And let's just see how my little, oh, there it is. See, there's a nice stitchy with the branches sticking out.
It turned out really
Easier
cute.
maybe to see on this side. I didn't put on as many sticky branches as the other side, but that's okay. And then you just carry on. We've got another set of branches going this way and this way. Now you'll see at the top I have some little dots. Those where the berries would be. So I was testing out some DMC floss yesterday and wondering how my berries should look. So what I decided to do is I tried a 3-strand, but it didn't seem to be thick enough. I like
They were
those.
little bitty
They were
berries.
little bitty berries. So I've used all 6 strands. I've put them on my needle. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start up where I want my berry to be, just beside it.
I can't see you.
Oh, can't, sorry.
Do you want me to move this closer?
Maybe we
for you?
need to, yeah, maybe over here.
Is that better?
Is that better? Does everybody see that part? Okay, and I'm just going to go up close to that berry button. I'm going to just leave a little bit of a tail so that it doesn't pull through, right? And we can tie these off afterwards. Now I'm going to go back down to give a stitch for my base, okay? So now I learned how to do French knots long ago and far away in a school many miles from here. She was a lovely teacher, and so for the French knots, we come back up in that one hole right there, and we take our thread and we wrap it around the front of our needle. And ours was 3, but I read on the internet some people do 2. Test drive your French knot. Do not go down in the same hole that you just came up, or it just won't do it. Go over a slight bit. I did that one little stitch, so I'm on the other side of the stitch, and then you gently pull it and the little knot will form, and there's your little berry.
Oh, that's perfect,
Cute.
Sandy.
There's our little berry. So let's do it one more time.
I'm learning so much right
Okay.
now. I actually did French knots and I had such a struggle with them.
Okay, so I just usually make one base stitch.
Yep.
Okay, let me just, oh, now I got that guy all tied in there. Go away. Okay, and then I just go down, just beside it. Don't go back in the same hole. Okay, and then I come back up in that hole. Ooh, it's so hard to get this up in that same hole, but just take your time. There it goes. And then wrap your needle. You can do 1 or 2. Should we try a 2 this time
I
rather
think we
than a
should
3?
try it too.
Okay, so 1, 2. So let's see what that looks like. Go down in the other side, not in the same hole we just came up. And then we just gently pull our threads through and make the little berry. Oh, 2 works good too.
They're both cute.
Aren't those cute? And that's a French knot. And you know, if you wanted to, you could make French knots for the eyes. You just make a series of French knots right on top of each other, like just moving slightly as you go. So it's kind of like a cluster eye.
That's adorable.
Anyway, so that's the French knot. That's the triple seam to make your stem. I think that would look really pretty. Okay, so let's set that aside. I am not the best in the world at this, but we're going to do a blanket stitch.
I closed your thingy.
Okay, blanket stitch, and I determined that it was here. Okay. Oh, sorry. It's in here. Okay. Oh, I want to count, so.
We have some more friends joining us,
Did
Sandy.
we? Okay, sweet.
Chris L joined us.
Hi,
and
Chris.
Carol G.
Okay. So that's not, okay, am I in the right one?
You want some help, Sandy?
I'm in the wrong one, I think. Just a second here. I would like the tree. Ugh, no wonder I'm in, okay. Let me hit the tree pattern.
The tree pattern.
Not that
And
one.
then you're going to hit your number.
And then, oh wait, there we are, tree pattern. Oh, there's our blanket
Did you want to do your
stitch.
sample?
Yeah. Okay, so this is a blanket stitch, and I presume that there is a blanket stitch that will go both ways, or else you can rotate it and stitch it. But this blanket stitch, oh, I guess I'll do that, is just, it's really simple. It's just going to go around, and it's going to take little knots out to the side. There it goes. And it kind of looks a little bit like a triple stitch. I'm not going very fast, but that's okay. And as soon as I make a few more, you can see. There, let's just stop there, and you can have a look at how it's looking. There's your blanket stitch. Can you see that?
That's
and it
awesome.
kind of looks like our triple stitch. It's nice and thick as well, right? And it does outline it. Okay, so let's give it a try. This will be the fun part, is did I get it in the right spot? Okay, and let's see where we're going. So around the corner we go, and we kind of keep the longer stitch to the outside of the circle, and then we dip into the circle, and you just move it slightly as you go around. What are you thinking, Chelsea?
And I think you can pause and pivot if you have to.
Yes, if you
right?
have to. If it's a gentle circle, we seem to be just traveling right around it. It seems to be very nice. We'll do a couple more.
I should have cut a weirder shape for you,
maybe.
Sandy.
All right, we're going to just stop here once we take our next pivot in. Okay, perfect. Let's see how that turned out.
And now, of course, you don't have to use these colors with these fabrics. We're just doing these colors so you can see it. That's perfect.
Just so blown away by the fact that that's just a little gentle curve. You're just holding it gently as it makes its little stitch around, stitch in, stitch out. That turned out great.
That's really good, Sandy.
We did it. So that's a blanket stitch. Now, you could also do decorative stitches if you like to go around.
Do you want that?
Oh, yeah. I forgot to put my, very sorry. I remembered it on my, the little bit of stabilizer.
I'm going to try one of these knots while you're doing that.
And then I'm going to try a decorative stitch just because I think you can do that as well for this. So this one, instead of just being on the outside edge, I want to try something that will go back and forth. Oh, let's try 06. Okay, let's try this one. It looks kind of interesting. And then decorative stitch will take inside, inside, and then pop to the outside, and then go to the inside, and then pop to the outside. Still, again, trying to keep your stitches so that your little edge is in the center of the stitch. I'm not sure if I'm doing it as good as I could, but we're getting there. Let's see how that looks. Stop. Oh, not bad. You can see where I'm going around and catching the thread and then going out and catching thread. I might have wanted to make that just a little tighter for this small piece, but that's how you might do a decorative stitch as well. A serpentine works really well because it just goes down and back. Okay, anyways, that is how to start your applique. Now, if you want to do this on your own, by all means, go ahead and applique Miss Snowbelle, Olga. If not, come and have a class with Anne on December 11th for satin stitch. And wait, she's going to finish our snowman, and then she will post it on our website for part 4 of the Snowbelle wall hanging. All right. Anyways, that is what I got. But you know what? You're trying your knots. How are those knots coming? How are the knots going, girl?
It's a very big knot, Sandy.
We have a huge knot. That's okay because we like knots, don't we?
Why not?
That's right. And it says, what did one snowflake say to the other?
I don't know, Sandy.
Let's stick together. Just like
That's
the knots.
cute.
We're just going to stick
my
together.
knot is very ginormous. You can see it from there.
I love your knot. I think it's great. So that's how you might make an eye, though. Because you would pile the knots one on top of the other.
I could just make a giant eyeball.
That's right. That would be your giant eyeball.
This is what my French knots always look like.
Okay.
I don't make small knots, apparently.
Okay, they make great eyeballs, though, right?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, speaking of eyeballs, how do snowmen read their texts?
I don't know, Sandy.
With an icy stare.
Oh.
Okay, I got a couple more. Are you ready for it? All right. How do snowmen decorate cakes? With lots of icing.
Aww.
Okay, now this one, we are dedicating this next joke to Chelsea's other half, to Zach. All right, it's, how can you find Will Smith in the snow?
You look for the Fresh Prince.
Yes, perfect.
Pretty cute.
Awesome, I love that one. All right, what else do we need to mention? Maybe a bit of, let them know a few more announcements that we've got going on.
What else do we have going on, Sandy?
All right, so if anyone's interested, next Monday, the 25th, we have our long arm renter certification from 10 till 2 with Doris. And it's $150 plus tax. And I know that our little long arm has been just a busy because
it has been so busy.
People are renting, people are bringing their quilts in, people are getting things done, and it's so exciting. So that's something to look forward to.
It is.
All next week, we have social sewing dates. So they start on Monday the 25th. They go right to Saturday the 30th. Each day is $10 plus tax. And you can come and set up, and you're here from 10:30 to 4. If you book more than one day in a row, you can just leave your equipment and sew.
Sure can.
Bring your friend, because, you know, it's fun when you sew with a friend, right?
It is.
It is, yeah. All right, so we talked a little bit about what's coming up in December, but I really want to mention this one. It's our way of giving back.
Oh,
Our
good.
way of doing something for a charity and a worthwhile cause. It's Tuesday, December 3rd. It's called Giving Tuesday, Chelsea.
I'm very excited for that day.
Yeah, I think it's going to be great.
We'll be making purses for the So Powerful Purse Project.
That is an awesome thing, because there are a lot of people out there that aren't in the same situations we are.
Yeah.
And need to be able to go to school, to work, to do their things. And if they don't have their purse to put their personal hygiene things in, they have to stay home. So we want to empower some women around the world. So if you would like to join us on that Tuesday, December 3rd, Giving Tuesday, it is free to come. We only have 16 spots, though, so we do ask that you register with us.
Yep.
And get that spot. And it goes from 10:30 in the morning till 4 in the afternoon. To register, give us a call at the store, 403-252-3711.
Or you can come visit us.
Come visit us, because
There's not too much snow yet.
no, not yet. And they tell me that it's going to stop for a bit. They'll clean the road and come visit.
Oh, fantastic.
That'd be awesome. And then it's going to start up again, but we won't worry about tomorrow or the next day. It's just today. All right. Anyways, as I say, please register. We'd love to have your help. If you're interested in more information, where do they go, Chelsea?
You can go to our website, mysewingroom.ca, visit our class calendar, and look at December 3rd.
All right, sounds marvelous. And if you want to look more about that charity, it's called So Powerful. SEW, So Powerful.
And there's a link on our class calendar for that.
Perfect. And you can go and check it all out. And Chelsea will send out a supply list for those who are registered. You bring your machine and your supplies, and away you go, and have some fun with the peeps here.
Yep.
Right? All right. Well, I think that's probably
We forgot about tomorrow. So, how could we forget about Rob?
I don't know. Rob and April are coming from Trentex, and how could we have forgotten about Anything But Basics trunk show?
I'm very excited for it.
I think it's going to be cool, because I was reading the poster out front, and it says they're going to come and show us things. They are going to talk about stuff, the contest, and they're giving away things. Giveaways.
They always give away great things,
I
too.
love it. All right. So again, if you want to be part of that Anything But Basics trunk show, we're doing it in person and virtually. It is $5 plus tax, and you need to register. It goes from 10:30 a.m. to 12:30 tomorrow on Friday.
Sure does.
And it will be a
I'm excited.
delightful time. And yes, and Chelsea will be there, and Rob will be there, and April. It will be wonderful. All right, I think that's probably everything for this week and next week, and a look into the first part of December. So that's us for this week, because tomorrow is Anything But Basics trunk show. So I hope you can join us for that. All right.
I'm excited.
Thanks, everybody, and thank you, Chelsea.
Thank you, Sandy.
This has been such a fun project. So I think the kits are available. Come and make one too.
Or order one for free delivery.
Ooh, free. Oh, great. That's right. Because of the
Yeah.
snow, we are doing free delivery for anyone who lives in Calgary and purchases $50 or more.
Yeah, so if you are homebound because maybe you didn't put on your winter tires yet, that's okay. Or maybe it's too slippery out.
Yeah.
Do an online order.
So the kit is only $29.99 plus tax.
So you might need some thread to
You
go
might
with
need
it.
some eyes and some thread. or some, what is this lovely thing called? Wonder Fill Specialty Thread Self Adhesive Design Sheet Rinse Away. And maybe you need some of that too. And then you'd have your project all wrapped up in a little box by us, and our people will come and deliver it to you.
They sure will.
Keep an eye out for that. All right. Thanks, everybody. Thanks,
Have a great
Chelsea.
day, Sandy.
Yes, you too, Chelsea.
And everyone else, stay safe on the road.